Whether you're a beginner or advanced learner, we learned the majority of Chinese sentence following this order: subject plus verb plus object. 我吃了面包. But we changed the sentence order of 把 to this: subject plus 把 plus object plus verb. 我把面包吃了. Why do we have 把 sentences in Chinese? And when it is necessary or possible to use 把 sentences, what are the rules for using 把 in sentences? So in this video, I try to explain these issues. Compare the two sentence structure first. 我写完了作业. 我把作业写完了. 爸爸洗了衣服. 爸爸把衣服洗了. 小明递给妈妈一瓶水. 小明把水递给妈妈. We could understand the 把 sentence like this. They are often used in a situation where you could say, the subject took the object and do something to it. Using 把 to emphasize what the action, the verb, does to the object might help with understanding better. Let's go back to these three sentences. 我把面包吃了. It means I took the bread and ate it. 爸爸把衣服洗了. Dad took the clothes and washed them. 小明把水递给妈妈. 小明 took the water and handed to mom. So looking at this way, understanding 把 sentences is actually quite easy. We just need to translate the verb take in the sentence to 把, and it's perfect. So let's try to this sentence. How would you say it in Chinese? I took the book and put it on the table. Here's my answer. 我把书放桌子上. I took the door and opened it. My answer is 我把门开了. If your answer is above two sentences as well, then let's check out why we are wrong. We have to know, even though I could clearly say 我吃了面包 with SVO sentence structure, but Chinese people still prefer to say 我把面包吃了. With 把 sentences structure is because the speaker wants to emphasize a different aspect of the sentence. In this two sentence structure, the SVO sentence structure emphasizes what did the subject do, and 把 sentence is emphasized what did the subject do to the object, and what change happened to the object. So let's look at a few contrasting sentence examples. 我吃了这个面包 emphasize the subject's eating action. 我把这个面包吃了. The subject has the action of eating and the object has changed because of the action. 爸爸洗了衣服 emphasizing that dad had the action of 洗了 washing. 爸爸把衣服洗了 emphasizing dad action of 洗了 and because of 洗了 action the object 衣服 changed the state. 小明递给妈妈一瓶水 I emphasize 递给 action from 小明. 小明把水递给妈妈 because 小明 had the action of 递给 the location of the water 水 changed. Let's summarize the logic of 把 sentence. 把 sentence emphasizes the subject impact on the object. The result of influence is represented by another element after the verb. If you've been to class with a Chinese teacher, you might have heard the term 补语, complement of Chinese. 补语 make the action of the verb more specific. You can also call it verb phrase. Means the verb in 把 sentences cannot be like this. 放 to put, 送 to send, 切 to cut, 吃 to eat, 递 to hand, 踢 to kick, 拿 to take. They must be like this. 放在 to put in, 送给 to send to, 切成 to cut into, 吃了 to eat up, 递到 to hand over to, 踢出去 to kick out, 拿出来 to take out. So the verb in these two sentences here can only be 我把书放在桌子上。再 turn the verb 放 into the action with result. Be a verb phrase 放在。我把门打开了。The complement words 补语词 of this sentence is 开 and the verb is 打。If you find this part difficult to understand, you need to develop the habit of speaking with verb phrase, which means you have to remember a lot Chinese verb phrase. So the explanation I just mentioned about 把 sentences, the subject took the object and did something to it. It actually used when you are not sure when to use 把 sentences. Just think about it a little, and it may increase your frequency of using and understanding 把 sentences, making your expressions more natural in the end. Here a little summary about the verb in 把 sentences. 1. The verb phrase in the sentence emphasizes the subject impact on the object. The result of the impact is represented by another element after the verb. And 2. The verb is a verb phrase. This verb phrase must have a result, influence, or direction of an action. Since we just mentioned that 把 sentences in Chinese are used to express the impact of an action on an object, let's look at the type of impact and some common verb phrases. Showing a change in the state of object. 做好 to finish doing. 他把饭做好了。吃光 to eat up. 他把饭吃光了。吃掉 to eat up. 我把苹果吃掉了。打扫干净 to clean up. 我把房间打扫干净了。Showing a change in the state of the object. 剪短 to cut short. 他把头发剪短了。打破 to break. 他把杯子打破了。打开 to open. 我把门打开了。涂红 to paint red. 他把墙涂红了。Showing a change in the location of the object. 放到 to place on. 我把书放到桌子上。放在 to place in. 他把钱放在钱包里。递过 to hand over. 他把信递过来了。Showing a different arrangement of the object. 寄出 to send out. 我把信寄出去了。交给 to hand over. 他把作业交给老师了。打开 to open. 我把箱子打开了。换掉 to replace. 我把旧手机换掉了。The 把 sentence is actually quite common in Chinese, and many students are unsure when to use 把 sentence. So let's return to this concept. The subject took the object and did something to it. As long as the sentence followed this logic, you can use 把 sentence. Here are some examples. I took the room and cleaned up to it. 我把房间打扫干净了。Her took the wall and painted. 她把墙涂红了。I can even say Grandma took me and sold me. 奶奶把我卖了。You might feel sentences seem logically strange, but that's okay. Try to use them more often, and gradually you will understand the context in which 把 sentences are used. In Chinese grammar, the 把 sentence is a contraction that focuses on the result or effort of an action. This means that the meaning expressed by the verb part must be clear and specific. Practice. Use 把 sentence to express the following sentence. 我送给妈妈一朵花。我早上吃了面包。我放手机在桌子上。 verb expressing subjective feelings such as 喜欢 to like, 爱 to love, 想 to want, 觉得 to feel. Verb expressing connective state like 知道 to know, or verb indicating existence or state like 有 to have, 是 to be, 在 to be at, or verb indicating direction like 来 to come, 去 to go, 回 to return. If you say 我一看到你就喜欢你了, I cannot say 我一看到你就把你喜欢了. It's because the object 你 is not affected by the verb 喜欢, which is there is no specific operation or action performance on the object, or clear result, or change in state. If you are a beginner, you just think of this way. The verb of the 把 sentence is best to be an action word produced by body, such as 打 to hit, 踢 to kick, 拽 to pull, 咬 to bite, 送 to send, 给 to give, 递 to hand over, 拿 to take, 放 to put. And here is a question. Do you think about verb can use directly in 把 sentence? I spent so long time explaining the usage rule of verb in 把 sentences. It's because this is crucial in 把 sentences, and personally, I think is the most difficult part, the verb. So for students of HSK level 1 and level 2 who haven't learned the vocabulary of Chinese complement yet, so this is also the reason why you can't use 把 sentences. Could you find any mistake with these two sentences? 我把门关了，我把中文知道了。Let's talk about second part is about object in 把 sentences. When you use a 把 sentence, the object must be a definite object, means everyone knows what is the object is. If you are a native English speaker, you can think of it like this. If I use the object, can I put the in front of it? If the cannot be used in front of this object, then the sentence cannot be an 把 sentence. For example, I ate an apple. In Chinese, we can only say 我吃了一个苹果 and not 我把一个苹果吃了, because 一个 is indefinite and it's not clear which specific apple in the conversation. I ate the apple. In this case, I can say 我把那个苹果吃了。爸爸把衣服洗了 meaning the clothes are dirty clothes that are known and definite, such as in a conversation, maybe I'm looking for my clothes but I can't find them. So I ask Dad, and his response might be, oh, those clothes, I didn't know you need to wear them today. So 爸爸把衣服洗了。As we mentioned, some words cannot be used in 把 sentences as a verb, expressing feelings such as 喜欢 like, 爱 to love, 想 want, 觉得 feel, 知道 known, and 愿意 be willing. We use these words to express personal intentions, so the third important rule for 把 sentence is negation words and modal verb can only be placed before 把。我愿意把蛋糕给你。我不愿意把蛋糕给你。你愿意把蛋糕给我吗？我知道是爸爸把衣服洗了。我不知道是爸爸把衣服洗了。是爸爸把衣服洗了吗？你不要把我当小孩。我没把你当小孩。你是不是把我当小孩了？我想把他追回来。我不想把他追回来。 你有没有想过把它追回来？ For negation words, 不要 or 别 are used for present or future tense, and 没 or 没有 are used for past tense. If the verb in 把 sentence such as 吃 eat, 洗 wash, 递 hand to, 送 deliver, then there must be other elements behind the verb to express the completion of the action and change the state of the object. So the verb phrase is used like 吃光 洗了 递给 送到. The object of 把 sentence should be definite or specific, but there is no need to emphasize the concept of the. It just needs to be something that both parties understanding in context of the sentence. For negation words, 不要 or 别 are used for present or future tense, while 没 or 没有 is used for past tense. This learning video about 把 sentence, I really hope you learn something from my videos. If you have any question, welcome to message me. About 把 question, we could discuss more together. After all, the 把 sentence is not easy one. You need to get used to using it. Finally, you will see a video try to use 把 sentence to describe what the girl did.